everyone, I hope you're all doing well and taking care, and welcome to this brand new video on the channel. So as always, it is Sunday night, which means it's my latest review of Doctor Who Flux, Survivors of the Flux, which is the penultimate episode of the series, which is pretty sad because it means next week is going to be the series finale, and obviously I don't want Doctor Who to end because Doctor Who is my favourite TV programme, but it is what it is, and I do think in the long run this 6 episode series has been a good decision to make. I do think if it was just a 10 episode series, the other 4 episodes would have just been filler episodes anyway. But yes, the penultimate episode, what did I think? Well, once again, I know I keep saying this in my reviews, but I genuinely enjoyed this episode, and I think going by the standards so far, I think this is probably going to be up there with Series 4, because Series 4 so far is the only other episode, only other season of Doctor Who where I think every episode is actually good. And so far with Doctor Who Flux, every episode has been good. There's been no bad episodes this series, which is really incredible in comparison to Series 11 and Series 12, which in my opinion had quite a few bad episodes in there. But so far with Doctor Who Flux, every single episode, including this latest episode, has been good quality. So let's talk about the several different plot elements in this penultimate story. So there was the one with Unit, which I quite enjoyed, where we got to see a bit of the creation of Unit. We went throughout the years and saw a bit of how Unit was created. So yeah, it was good to see Unit back. We obviously got a little bit of an appearance from Kate Stewart. What I will say is I do think on watching this episode, it does feel like Kate Stewart's it does feel like she was supposed to be a surprise. I do think promoting her character done more damage than good, because her role in this episode, she is in next week's episode, which is good, but her role in this week's episode was very small. She was on the screen for less than like 5 minutes. So I do think promoting her in the next time trailer, it probably was a decision by the BBC because it felt designed as a surprise. I don't think Chris Chumley would have planned to promote her in advance. I feel this is more of a BBC decision to boost their viewing figures, which I think was a bad decision. I think it should have been kept as a surprise. But regardless, it was still nice to see Kate Stewart back. Like I said, it was nice to see the creation of Unit throughout the years, go back in their history, their timeline. And I thought the Grand Scorpion, is that his name? Grand Serpent, I think. I thought he was a really great villain. I'm still not sure completely what he's up to. I know he's now made a deal with the Centaurans, and the Centaurans are back for the finale, which is great because I thought the Centaurans were great in episode 2, War of the Centaurans. So I'm looking forward to seeing them back next week in the finale. But yeah, I'm still not really sure what the Grand Serpent's plan is. Was it just all along he's working with the Centaurans and that was the plan to get control of Unit? Not really sure where he's going with that, but I thought he was a really great villain. I liked how the snake came out of him and it attacked his victims. I thought that was a really good idea, and yeah, it looked good. The CGI was pretty good for that, and yeah, he was a great villain. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Kate Stewart in next week's episode. But as I said, I do think it was a mistake promoting her character in advance. We then had the companions this week. We had Dan, Yaz, and Professor Jarko. I think that's how you pronounce his name. But yeah, they're obviously stuck in 1904 from last week's episode. And what they're trying to do is basically, they've been given a message from the Doctor that they have to get to the future on December the 5th, because that is when the Doctor predicts basically the Flux will attack planet Earth. And I really enjoyed the companions this week, especially Yaz. I felt like she really owned this episode, and there was obviously that really nice cute moment between her and the Doctor where the Doctor left her a bit of a message just telling her to keep safe and saying that she'll try and find her, and I thought it was a really cute message. I really liked how they said they missed each other. That was obviously a bit of a hint at Phasmin, which I think is probably there. I do think Yaz at least has feelings for the Doctor, but what I will say is I don't think at this point it's going to be explored any further. But it's still nice to see. That was a really nice cute moment between Yaz and the Doctor. And yeah, obviously at the end of the episode we got Yaz and Cole. They found the Liverpool tunnels. We found out finally that the tunnels are connecting to all these different universes. And yeah, the Centaurans invaded at the end. So I'm looking forward to seeing where that goes in next week's finale. Finally, on to the most interesting part of the episode, and that was of course the Doctor, because there was a bit of a concern this week's episode was going to be Doctor Light and the Doctor would hardly be in it, but luckily that was completely wrong. I was wrong on that, which I'm happy about. The Doctor was in this episode for quite a lot of it, and finally after so long we got some answers about the division. So we found out that woman who last appeared at the end of episode 3, we found out she is actually Tak-Ta-Un. So technically she is the Doctor's stepmother. And we found out that obviously she found the Doctor under the boundary, and we found out that the division is basically these group of people who were kind of started off in Gallifrey, and they've basically been looking after the universe and all these multiverses. So basically the Doctor Who multiverse is finally confirmed. I'm not really sure if they're going to do anything with that. I have a feeling that was more just a plot device, but I don't know, maybe this series is going to end by the Doctor and co being sent to another universe because the Doctor's original universe is destroyed. I'm not sure if that's really where it's going, but I do like the idea of the Doctor Who multiverse. I just feel I'm not really sure that's going to go anywhere, because I feel the Doctor's universe is just going to be saved anyway, and we're not going to explore other universes. But I never know. We can wait and see. Maybe the specials are going to do something with that. Maybe it's to just make it easier for Russell T Davies when he takes over. I'm not sure. But yes, finally, the Doctor Who multiverse is confirmed. And obviously we found out as well that the Doctor obviously has a hidden past. And at the end of the episode, she actually finds this this clock, which obviously holds all her identities. And it ends with basically Swarm, because they break in and they cull Azure, they cull Tak-Ta-Un. So is that Tak-Ta-Un dead? She's not in the cast list for next week's episode, so that feels like a bit of a waste, but hopefully Tak-Ta-Un is back for the finale. But yes, the big cliffhanger is that the Doctor is finally going to explore her past incarnations and find out her mystery lives. So next week we're going to meet Joe Martin's Doctor. We're probably going to meet other incarnations. I wonder who they'll bring in to play those incarnations. I'm quite interested to see where that goes. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to next week's episode. I'm quite happy with the explanations in this week's episode. We finally found some answers, which was pretty good. It was nice as well to see the Ood back. That was a bit of a nostalgia moment. I thought the Ood worked really well in this story. And yeah, I thought the cliffhanger was really good. I was expecting the cliffhanger to maybe be a bit bigger, but it was still a good cliffhanger. My favourite cliffhanger from the series would still be last week's, with the Doctor being turned into a Weeping Angel. But I'm still really looking forward to next week to find out what's going on with Swarm and and I think her name's Azure. Like, what are they to do with Tak-Ta-Un? Because I'm sure Swarm said to her that you let us escape or something like that. So I'm thinking, is maybe Swarm and Azure, is that maybe the Doctor's brother and sisters? I think that's a good possibility. I'm interested to see where it goes with Bell and Vinder next week, if that they are revealed to be the Doctor's parents, because that's been a strong theory this series, although that's looking at the moment to not be the case. But yeah, lots of questions still to go, but next week we'll finally get all the answers. The Centaureans are back. They're going to be the main villain by the looks of it in next week's episode, which is something I wasn't expecting, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, I feel like next week's episode, as long as it's a good one, it is going to be probably one of my favourite series of Doctor Who yet. But yeah, once again, another really good episode of Doctor Who. But what did you guys think? Did you enjoy the penultimate episode of the series? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for future Whovian content. I'll be back later in the week doing theories leading up to the big finale. And yes, I'll be back next Sunday for my review of the finale, The Vanquishers. And yeah guys, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.